Hello there, and welcome to level 15 of Club Steam. Hey, Aaron, how's it going?
Pretty good. How was your week?
It's been good. It's been good. Just been resting up, getting ready for Halo next week.
Yeah, it's gonna be exciting. Your
It's
first
been
time.
good. I've never played a Halo, as
I know,
many people
man.
know.
I don't know how you've done that. It's
I've
been
managed to
so
go
long.
throughout my entire adult life and children life without ever playing Halo,
It's crazy.
except for playing
You-
on the Mac for like 10 minutes and dying and giving up.
You're in for a treat. It's
I'm
gonna be
looking
awesome.
forward to it. It should be good. But this is not about Halo. This is about the duty game, which we'll talk about later, I guess.
Well, yeah, we're gonna not talk about it as much as I thought we might talk about it.
Did
But
you have? Are you not enthralled with it as much as you
well,
thought you'd be?
no, that's not it. We will get to it though. We'll save it
We'll
for
get
the
to it.
end.
Yeah,
So
it's a teaser. It's a teaser, you know.
yeah.
It's people really suspenseful for what's to come. So what's to
So
start, Aaron?
yeah, let's get started. So, there was a lot of news. I want to start with some computer requirements for some video games. Video games coming
Video games.
up. Yep. So first, Far Cry 4. So there were some requirements that were announced for that. I don't know if like have you ever played Far Cry? It's
Never.
pretty good.
Not
Yeah,
played
it's a
any
pretty
Far
good
Cry
game.
games.
Well, I didn't play the originals like Far Cry 1 and 2, but I played 3 and it was awesome.
Is it
So,
yearly now? Because they did 3 last year, right?
no, 3 was like 2 years ago, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, so and it was really good. But Far Cry 4 looks like it just built on that cuz I guess they're not really necessarily what do you say, like linear, like they're not like sequels necessarily. They're just kind of a
It's not a storyline.
game. Yeah, they're not really all linked together. It's
Huh.
just a type of game. So you're usually in like
You have a James Bond villain.
yeah. There's like a villain. There is you are kind of like a weaker person at the start. You know, you're just like a normal dude, and then you end up kind of like gaining skills and taking out the entire place, like wherever you are. Like the yeah, so pretty cool.
Now, I
But
should mention I was looking up Sims 2 is on the Mac App Store now, and they mentioned on the Mac App Store, go to this URL to check compatibility, downloads this app to your Mac, and spits back something out to the website. And Sims 2 is not recommended for my MacBook Air, evidently, because the processor speed is too
well, what does it say you need?
low. I think like 2,
Well,
like 1.4.
because I know that like I don't know if your processor has it, but like my MacBook Air, it has that turbo boost feature, so it'll boost up to like I think it's like 1.3, would turbo boost up to like 1.8 or something. So
Yeah.
yeah,
But otherwise, it was good specs. You know, just the processor speed. Really
yeah.
low. But anyways,
But yeah, so Far Cry 4. Let's see. Some of the things that we found out for the requirements is that you need to have either an Intel i5 at 2.6 gigahertz or an AMD. I don't know much about AMD, but a Phenom 2 at 3.2 gigahertz, 4 gigabytes of RAM, either a GeForce GTX 460 or an AMD Radeon HD 5850 with 1 gigabyte of RAM. That's the minimum, and you need to have 30 gigabytes of hard drive space.
you all ready for that?
Yeah, I am. I'm already.
Okay.
And then like the optimal one is an Intel 2.5 gig or Intel i5 2400S with 2.5 gigahertz, or an AMD FX 8350, 4 gigahertz or better, 8 gigabytes of RAM, and they recommend a GTX 680 or a Radeon R9 290X with at least 2 gigabytes of RAM. So I am covered there.
Cool.
I'm well over that. So, but we got some other ones as well. Let's see what's up next. The Crew. So I'm looking forward to the
I've been
Crew.
playing the beta. Very
Yeah.
good.
What do you think?
It's a lot of fun to drive across the country. I'll tell you.
Yeah,
There's a cool story too. It's a plot-driven game.
very cool. Let's see what's the Crew requirements here. Okay, here we go. So they're saying that optimal, you need to have an i7 at 3.4 gigahertz, AMD FX 8150, 3.6 gigahertz, 8 gigabytes of RAM, GTX 670 or Radeon 7870 with 2 gigabytes of RAM, and they are recommending that you use an Xbox 360 controller. So, but they're saying that a keyboard is required. So that's interesting. Wonder what you have to do with the keyboard.
Oh. Type your name, Aaron.
Yeah, you always gotta type your name. So, let's see, and then final announcement for requirements that wasn't really announced. It's just a rumor. So, Neo GAF.
NeoGAF?
Yeah.
NeoGAF, Aaron?
No, it's Neo GAF.
No,
if you look at the way it's spelled,
It's a
look at the
very
way-
popular gaming forum called NeoGAF.
look at the way it's spelled. Neo and
There's
then
no
capital
periods in there,
G,
is there?
capital A, capital F.
So what's wrong with
So-
that? NeoGAF, there's no periods.
No, it's you know what? We're gonna look up what this
No,
stands
it's
for.
pronounced NeoGAF.
Nope.
Every single podcast I've ever listened to.
Yeah,
called
but
NeoGAF.
it doesn't matter the way you pronounce it. It matters what it actually is. So when it's spelled capital N,
gosh.
lowercase
Oh
EO,
my gosh, Aaron.
and then capital G, capital A, capital F.
That means
that's
you're
Neo.
yelling, so it's NeoGAF! That's what it
No,
is.
no.
It's capital means you're yelling on the internet. So
No.
there are new people that have gaffer sticks that are yelling.
So we're gonna see what the So this is formerly known as Gaming Age Forums. There you go. There's the GAF, and now it's the new Gaming Age Forum, Neo GAF.
No, GAF.
Nope, it's GAF. It's
No,
Gaming
it's
Age
GAF.
Forum.
No.
Yep.
You're wrong.
Nope. That's
You
what it
are
is.
wrong.
That's what it is. So,
Oh my gosh.
moving on.
I don't believe this, Aaron.
They found what they believe to be the Assassin's Creed Unity system requirements.
So NeoGAF found the Assassin's
Yeah, so
Creed.
Neo GAF found this, and it is pretty staggering. So they're saying that you need to have at least an Intel i5 3.4 gigahertz, AMD FX 8350 at 4 gigahertz, or let's see.
The
or
way I heard this
Intel-
explained, Aaron, was Ubisoft didn't optimize at all for PC, so they have these crazy specs because they're not
Yeah.
even putting in any effort to make it good.
Probably either, like, at first I thought, maybe the game really is, as crazy as I say it is, like, it's really
I think they're just being lazy.
intense. Yeah, or they could just be pretty lazy. And then you also need 6 gigabytes of RAM, and they actually say 8 or more is actually recommended, which is insane. Like, I don't understand. And then you need to have a GeForce GTX 680 or a Radeon HD 7970, 2 gigabytes of RAM or more on your video card. And then they're actually saying that a 780 or an AMD Radeon R9 290X with 3 gigabytes of RAM or more.
Now,
is actually,
Aaron, I guess people have said, RAM, you need tons of it to make things run good, right?
well, not
with-
necessarily.
With my question is this: I've got 4 gigs in my 2011 MacBook Air. It's solid state. With solid state, is RAM more or less not as important because doing write-outs to the hard drive, which is solid state, is just as fast as RAM for many things, right?
So I've gotten into a lot of arguments with people about this because they it's over the same thing when they're talking about like, oh, the MacBook Air isn't very great for playing games, and I'm like, I disagree. I think it is because you don't need a whole lot of as long as it can.
The
play those
graphics card
games.
sucks; it's integrated, but
Well, yeah, but if you can play certain games, then it's totally fine because it does have a solid state. So if you do get any type of swap for your RAM, it's it's gonna run just as fast. You're not gonna notice. any
yeah.
difference.
So I haven't noticed I've had people some podcasts. You need 8 gigs to run, and you're saying it's like, no, you just need a solid state, and it seems just as fast as RAM.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Especially, I'll be curious if the Retina Air that comes out next year, hopefully, has the Intel Iris graphics like the Mac Mini does.
Yeah.
That would be seems like half a decent graphics card. For
Yeah,
some
it
games,
seems like it's pretty good. But
And yeah, I was just curious on that. So your belief as well that
Yeah.
solid state more or less kind of makes RAM less important.
yeah, because I have a MacBook Air, like the newer one, and I used it for things during my last semester of school, like running a lot of Creative Suite apps at the same time, and they use up quite a bit of RAM. And there was no problem. Like I could run those and have it hooked up to like another monitor and be watching, like Netflix or something,
Yeah.
and it was all working fine. Like I did actually get some swap at some points, but I never
Yeah.
noticed. Like whenever I
you
was
don't.
on like a
That's
MacBook
right.
Pro and I had notice, it would take a while to load. But yeah, MacBook Air, no problem.
Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing. Anyways, back on track.
Yeah, but anyway,
Get a solid
they're
state.
actually.
Do you have a solid
yeah.
state on your computer on your your gaming rig?
Yeah, I think we talked about that last week.
We
I
did,
guess,
didn't we?
upgraded.
You got a how big is that thing?
240.
Pretty,
240.
okay, it's decent
Yeah.
size. Yeah. So you got to put your active games you're playing on that.
Yeah, I put my more popular games and I put the system on there. So,
Cool. Sweet.
but yeah, they're actually saying that you need a 780, a GTX 780, which is crazy because I bought my card over the summer and it wasn't the best, but it's pretty good, and it was a
Yeah.
760. So like, if they were saying I need a 780 to play this, that's crazy because like that's an expensive card. That's like whenever I was purchasing them, I think they were like $450 or something for that card. And yeah, they're also saying that you need 50 gigabytes of your hard drive or more. It says 50 gigabytes or more.
Or more.
So
This is no Halo Master Chief Collection. This is a Assassin's Creed game. Come on.
yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy.
But moving on to some other things. Blizzard announced this awesome game. So they had their BlizzCon or whatever over the past week, and they announced a new first-person shooter, which I think looks
What
awesome.
makes this exciting, considering we have so many first-person shooters?
What makes this exciting? Well, it looks like, I guess it looks like Pixar got into the first-person shooter.
Like Splatoon.
Because yeah, that's what I thought of right away. It looked like Splatoon. It's very bright, colorful, kind of like Borderlands looks, but not the comic style. It's more like looks just like a Pixar movie. Even with their trailer that they announced for it, you should go check it out. It looks like a Pixar short. It's like these kids are walking through like a museum and they're talking about how they really like all these action people. I don't really know what they're called.
Are they using bolts or paintball guns?
They're using bullets. These are bullets.
So the colorfulness is blood spread across the.
No, but there wasn't any blood though. That was interesting.
These guys just terrible shots. Or...
Yeah, I think so. Because during the trailer, they're shooting all kinds of bullets and no one gets hit. So, but yeah, yeah, it looks really good though. So it says that it's a competitive team-based first-person shooter, which kind of reminds me of Team Fortress, because they say you're capturing control points. It has a near-future superhero versus supervillain theme. So that's kind of what like the trailer shows, is that there's good guys and bad guys, but I guess you can play as each one. Mm-hmm. And yeah, a lot of people are saying that it looks like Team Fortress. There is a giant ape in it that talks, and he's one of the characters, and he's kind of like Donkey Kong, but wearing like a mech suit.
Okay.
It's pretty awesome. You should go check it out. I'm actually looking forward to this game. They're saying that it's going to come out in beta in 2015, and that's all we know right now. So,
PC only?
yes, PC only so far.
Okay.
I believe so. Actually, I don't know about that. So, but we know that it will for sure come to PC.
Right.
But
It's
yeah,
Blizzard.
what?
It's Blizzard after all.
Yeah, but it looks pretty good. You can go check it out, and I'm excited for it because I like Borderlands, and it looks kind of like it looks a lot like if Borderlands just got like a graphics update.
It's
Yeah.
cool.
But let's see. What else do we have here? Oh, speaking of new games, Grand Theft Auto 5 is coming, like re-releasing on
Yep.
Steam.
It'll be preloading starting the 16th on my PS4.
Yeah. Have you ever played Grand Theft Auto before?
I've never played any of the games before. It'll be a brand new experience, just like Halo.
Yeah, they're okay to me. I never really get excited about any Grand Theft Auto game, but
I
this
just
one,
heard they're massive worlds that you can just get lost in. And,
Yeah.
this is Los Angeles, and I lived there, and it's one of my favorite cities. So
yeah. Well, this game actually looks pretty good because that first person mode makes it a lot more exciting to me than third person.
I'm worried about this mode, Aaron.
Why?
Seems like when you're designing a game that third-person games are designed inherently different from first-person games. Like, if Mario went first-person, say you're doing Mario 3D World in first-person, that doesn't work, I don't think, as well.
So I agree with you to an extent. I feel like they knew what they were doing by putting a first one because I think that they must have tested this out and be like, well, it actually does work in first
I would have
person.
hoped so.
Because they released a trailer in like first person, just like everything in first person,
Yeah.
and it looks like the game was meant to be in first person.
You won't get dizzy and throw up after
I
2
don't-
seconds.
Especially like the cop chases because they set up like roadblocks and stuff,
Yeah.
and it looks pretty exciting to like outrun the cops. So,
Okay.
but yeah,
I'll try it out. I'm sure you can hot swap between them, right?
Yeah, probably. Also, it has 4K support on PC, so
That's cool.
pretty cool. Yeah.
It's pretty nifty.
Let's see, new stuff coming out. We got Borderlands DLC coming out pretty soon. I believe
For
this
2
week.
or the pre-sequel?
Oh, for the pre-sequel. So it lets you play as
That
Handsome
hasn't been
Jack.
sound so hot, has it?
I don't think so. Yeah.
Yeah, look, I saw the PS3 October bestsellers. It was like number 5 below a bunch of older releases. It's like, really?
Yeah,
the
I mean,
only
I think
brand
it
new
wasn't a good idea to release it on last gen stuff only.
No
in
one's
PC.
buying stuff there anymore.
Yeah. I mean, people want to move on. Like, I have a lot of friends that finally made the upgrade to Xbox One. They said that they were going to do it all along, just waiting until, like,
350.
this fall. Yeah. Well, they were
So
waiting.
the white bundle,
Yeah, I want
boom.
that white one.
it is gone.
It's
You
gone?
can't buy it from the Microsoft Store. You can't buy
What?
it from Best Buy. It is totally sold out.
Wow.
I'm surprised. I thought they'd have that around for a little bit longer.
That's crazy.
They might restock, but I don't know.
Well, I think that they're like, I think they might come out with another one because if it was that popular, they're like, we got to make some more of these.
Hope so.
Yeah, I just want the controller. It looks awesome
You better
because
sell that standalone.
I had some controller issues. This is my third Xbox controller. I've been having some problems.
Third
I ended up getting this
Xbox
one.
One.
Yeah.
Ooh, the gold one.
No, it's not gold. It's got the chrome. So it's chrome.
Oh,
right there.
so that's not the limited edition one. That's the.
It is a
the
limited
one.
edition one though.
Not the real one though. That's just a special edition.
Oh, special. Whatever it is, it's
not the Advanced
regular.
Warfare edition, though.
No, it's not the Advanced Warfare, but it's nice because this has a different texture. Like this has a different texture than the black part, like that's on the original.
Yeah, I think the
controller.
Titanfall is the same way. It's like more of a.
It feels kind of rubber, like it's matte finish, but a
Yeah.
slightly rubber feel. I don't
Now,
know.
why'd you go with that one versus the limited edition Advanced Warfare one?
Because the limited edition Advanced Warfare 1 was more money. So
They're like $5, right?
yeah, like this was $5. Well, okay, so the normal controller is $60. I think the Advanced Warfare 1 was like $65.
Right.
This one was $55. So
Okay, that's
yeah,
fair
so
justification.
for me, like I'm not really into all the special like limited edition controllers. I just got this one because it was $5 off, and I was like, I need to get another one. So.
There you go.
But anyway, let's see. Oh yeah, Borderlands DLC. So it looks awesome. Well, looks
Did
kind
you
of
get
cool.
this yet? The pre-sequel?
Yeah, I have it.
Okay. Have you played this yet?
Yeah, I've been playing. I haven't played it in like the past week, but I played it for like the first like weekend solid.
Okay.
But it looks pretty good because it lets you play as Handsome Jack. So we all know Handsome Jack from Borderlands 2.
Is he
and,
handsome? Or is that just a funny name for an ugly dude?
He thinks he's handsome. I mean, he's just they tried to make him classic, like tall and like slender with like the strong face, So trying to make him handsome in that way. But yeah, you get to play as him, and he has this really cool special, like each character has a special. So like one of them, like the person I'm playing with, she has a shield, and whenever you get shot, the shield charges up power, and then at the end of your shield cycle, you throw it like kind of like Captain America's shield, and it hits somebody. And the more damage that you took during that time, the more it will do to that person. So
It's cool.
pretty cool. Then there's like in some of the other games, there's like turrets and stuff. Well, Handsome Jack has one where he like calls in a bunch of small Handsome Jacks. They're like little clones, and they go around like fighting for you. So that's pretty cool. But anyway, that comes out. I believe it's this week, and you can either get it with part of the DLC, which is $30, or you can buy this standalone for $10. So
I think it's worth $10.
no.
What I was thinking as well.
But some people like to play as other characters inside the other games, so
Yeah.
pretty cool. Let's see. Let's talk about the future of Minecraft. So
It's now officially owned by the juggernaut Microsoft.
yeah. So Phil Spencer actually had a little bit to say about this, which I was pleased to hear because we don't want to see too much change going on with Minecraft. But let's see. During one of the IGN podcasts last week, he said,
yes, I listened to this. It's good.
yeah. So he was saying that that they view themselves more as the shepherds of Minecraft, and that the company isn't going to rush into licensing the property for use in things like animated television series or movies. And then he said, I think we earn permission to do other things with Minecraft when we meet the Minecraft communities, like once around what the franchise is. So that's pretty cool. But then he said, I don't want to go and try to make it something it isn't, but I do think it has room to grow. So
It does.
So it seems like they want to take it in the right direction. Like they don't want to upset like Minecraft people by just changing it into something else. So I'm glad to hear that they're not going to like rush into making like a TV show or something. But at the same time, it says it
That'd
has
be
room to
kinda
grow.
weird.
So I'm wondering what they're going to do with that. So, but then they were asked about whether or not they're going to make Minecraft 2. And then he's saying, I don't think that Minecraft 2 is a thing that makes the most sense. Saying that the community around Minecraft is as strong as any community out there, and I think we need to meet the needs of the people before they do anything else. And it doesn't mean that we're going to map 100% of their acceptance, because I don't know if there is any topic where 100% of people agree. But we look at job one is to go out and meet the needs of the Minecraft community first, and then we can think about ways we can actually help it grow.
I can see the first thing they do is use some of their 100,000 servers to allow people to have Xbox One servers of Minecraft.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Because right now it's, let me host this game, and you guys come over, and if I'm not on, you guys can't play in this world.
Yeah. So that's something that the PC version has had forever. So that'd be
I know.
nice.
Very well,
yeah, so
yeah.
it'd be nice if they could get that onto the Xbox.
There's actually businesses that all they do are host Minecraft servers. That's the thing.
That's pretty cool. So, let's see. Here's an interesting thing. So, have you heard about Gamergate?
Try to avoid the whole
Yeah.
thing, 'cause it's just a bunch of ridiculousness on the internet.
Well, we're going to talk about it eventually on this show.
Oh boy, Aaron.
But
Oh boy.
not today.
Okay. Good. I'm not
Anyway,
ready for all
today we're just going to talk about this little interesting thing and see if we get some feedback on this, because like with that whole issue,
that. Well, there's
when
two
people get
facets
heated-
of it. One facet, I think, is improperly named, of people wanting the journalists to be more open about their
yeah, that's
contacts. I think it's the
not.
wrong naming of that. They should not name that Gamergate. They should name that Media, I don't know, Honesty Gate or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. But anyway, go
But
ahead.
anyway, as we know, Gamergate is a very misogynistic movement. That this thing I found here has a lot to do with. So PC gaming, there's actually female PC gamers outnumber male gamers. Very interesting fact there.
That's
So
cool.
they say it's practically a 50-50 split, but it's actually
Is-
50 point. What?
Is this because of these Sims? Sorry to be just totally sexist. I
not
love The
'cause of
Sims, but I know, high percentage, It's a PC game through and through The Sims,
It's
right?
Oh, you're gonna be surprised what actually makes it more women. So
Okay.
it's 50.2% of PC gamers across all genres are female, versus 49.9% are men, and
All genres.
that doesn't really add up because that's 100.1%. But we'll go ahead and leave that one.
Well,
But
in
that's
the
what they
PC
say.
world,
That's what they say
Bad
here.
numbers.
So, and then they're saying that it's actually the RPG genre that makes women take the lead, because women are 53.6% of the market, while men is only 46.5, which I was really surprised about because I'm like RPGs, that's pretty crazy. However,
like
in
World of
first person,
Warcraft type stuff.
yeah.
Huh.
So in first-person shooters and like MMOs, which is like World of Warcraft is an MMO, but like RPGs, I guess that still kind of fits in the category. But
Yeah.
I guess maybe they're talking more like RPGs, like
Final Fantasy.
yeah, maybe like Final Fantasy things like. Well, that's also
Now
there's
it
one
is.
like MMO, but I wonder if there's like or if it's specifically like RPGs, like single player Final Fantasy games, stuff like that. I don't know. But in those games, men have 66% of the players. That's first person shooters and MMOs. But yeah, they said that the growing popularity of casual platforms has helped reinforce the false assumption that women are primarily casual gamers, because they were saying that because they also included like Facebook games into this as well. And then at first people thought, oh, maybe it's just because there's Facebook games, there's more women, but it actually was that women were playing more of the hardcore games. So
That's cool.
yeah, and then it says that half of female PC gamers in the U.S. consider themselves either mid-core or hardcore gamers. And then it says it is true that 58% of mobile gamers in the U.S. are women, but it's also true that just over 50% of American PC gamers are women. So pretty cool. Pretty cool.
That's very cool, Aaron. Very
Yeah.
cool.
No, you don't have
We're
any
not as
thoughts?
different as no, we are very different, but
Well, it's just breaking down stereotypes. You know, people
Yeah.
like to think that like video gaming is a man's thing, but not
it's
true.
everybody's thing. It's mass market. now.
Everyone's
it's
thing.
everybody's.
That's right.
It's like our parents grew up with TV. We grew up with video games. Everyone likes video games.
Everyone loves
Not
video
everybody,
games.
but it's more.
Oh, everyone loves video games. So let's see. I got a couple more things here. So let's see. One of the things that I find interesting is what to do with old products, right? So we all get new things, and it's like, what do I do with my old stuff?
Well, you have a museum. Like I have all my iPhones. I got all the old OSs, and you just build a museum, right? That's what you do.
Yeah,
That's what normal people do, right? They just collect and build up these.
that's what you do,
That's what everyone
but
does, right?
that's not what everyone does.
No.
So I like to keep a hold of some things, but when it comes to things that you can't use at all, for example, your PC, like your old PC, when you have to upgrade or whatever,
Turn it into a server, right?
well, that's one of the options. Yeah. So here's a few things that you can do with your old PC. So of course, you don't have to buy a full one again. You don't have to build a whole new one. You could just take out the parts that you don't need anymore and upgrade those. For example, like your video card is a really great thing, or your RAM. You just upgrade those. Second, is that if you do need to build a whole new one, you can take out the parts that you want to keep. You can save some money. So, like your power supply, it's a really great thing that you could keep using over and over again with all your different builds, or your case, or something like that. Also, you can give away your stuff. You can sell it to someone at a pretty good price, or you can give it to a friend that needs an upgrade or something. That's a pretty good thing to do. Also, one of my favorite options is turn it into a media center. So, you could hook it up to your TV and you'll be able to stream to it, things like that, watch your Hulu and Netflixes. And
Not that we don't have any devices to watch our Hulu's and
yeah,
Netflixes.
but some people, like to have the keyboard and mouse set up. So maybe if that's free, like for example, one of my friends, he doesn't he has never had any cable since I have known him since.
So I'm looking back, I've
forever.
got probably 4 devices that can play Netflix that
Yeah. But he likes to have his PC at home hooked up to his TV in his living room. So
Well, you don't need Hulu Plus at that point, right? That's the advantage there.
That's true. Yeah. So he has it hooked up. I don't think he has Hulu Plus either. He always makes sure that he watches it like the next day or like the day after, so that way he'll have it.
Well, you need Hulu Plus for the consoles
Yeah.
and cell phones and stuff.
Yeah.
So.
But not for your PC. So. Ooh, here's another good one. You can turn it into an experimental system. So, what's one of the best
Install
experiments?
Linux.
Yeah, so you can install Linux or even Mac OS X. So that's
It's
pretty.
just OS 10 now.
See, I'm old school. I still call it Mac OS X. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, OS 10. There you go. You can install that.
Yeah,
there's a really great new
Or
one.
you install Windows 10
Yeah, you can
Beta,
do Windows 9.
Alpha, Prototype 1.
And then here's your suggestion. You can turn it into a server, which is really awesome because you're playing Minecraft. You can always have this on. Your friends can always play. It's a really great thing to do. Also, if you turn it into a server running OS 10, you can do something really cool. If you have a lot of, like, say you have a family and you all have like iPhones and iPads, you have kids and you want to keep track, make sure that they have, their like proper apps on their phone, or say books for school or whatever. You can set up a server and like send that stuff out to their phones and their like iPads and stuff, so that way they have all the stuff that they need.
It's very cool.
Just push it out. Yeah, pretty cool. Another thing is that you can turn it into kind of like a storage device. So it doesn't necessarily have to be running any type of system all the time. You can just turn it on, connect it to your network, and have access to all your hard drives. Yeah. And then that's about it. That's all we got there.
Use it as an... I was going to say with an iMac. You can use it as an external display using Air Display.
You could. Yeah, so let's move on to some sales and stuff.
Well, we're approaching the Black Friday stuff, so we're getting close to all that stuff.
We are, yeah, so it's going to be pretty exciting. Hopefully Steam does some awesome Black Friday stuff this year.
Did they do that? Is that a
Yes,
thing?
they do.
Okay.
They do some stuff over the whole weekend. But, here's a good one. Final Fantasy XIV is doing a free trial. So we talked about Final Fantasy XIV a lot at the beginning of the show because I was really into it and haven't played it much recently. But you can
Now
go...
you're still paying for it.
No, because I stopped playing and then like my subscription ran out. I haven't resubscribed. So
It's smart.
yeah. Let's see. Oh yeah. So I want to send the link. Maybe we can put it in the show notes.
Yep.
Or you can just go online and search Final Fantasy XIV free trial. And actually, I think if you just go to Final Fantasy XIV -freetrial.com, it'll take you where you need to go. I think this is a very limited time thing. I think it might just be this weekend. So if you guys get on this quick, it's pretty cool. You can try it out for 14 days free. So it includes the game download and a 14-day subscription. You can try it out. That's plenty
Just
of time.
PC, or can I do this on any PlayStation?
I don't know. But I think it's just PC now, or
Okay.
PC only, because when you go to the link, it says download now. So
Okay.
Next up is so what I was using to run the DualShock 4 was this app called DS for Windows. And it's pretty good, but they recently did this update for it, which is awesome. So now they have a website. You can go to ds4windows.com, download it. It's really easy to use now because when you first launch it for the first time, it'll put all the files in the right place. You just choose where you want them to go, and then it'll launch all like the back end software that you need, and you click install. Much easier than having to go download all the parts separately and install it yourself. And then also it allows you to set like your light settings and stuff for the controller, like the light bar on the back.
Can you have it strobe on you?
Yes, you can. You can do all
like
kinds of stuff.
Rainbow effect.
Yeah, and then you can save that so that way each time you turn on your controller, it'll always be the same. With the old version, you had to change it every time you launched it.
Now, is Rumble supported on this?
It is, yeah. So
can
basically,
you tie Rumble to flashing strobes?
You could probably, yeah. Because you could do like everything with this controller. You can even set like certain I don't know what you call. Also, like whenever you launch a certain game, it'll switch to that profile and things. So you can like set the controller scheme outside of the game. So pretty cool. Yeah, so go try it out if you have a DualShock 4 and you want to use it on Steam.
How much is this app?
It's free. It's totally free.
Cool.
And it the coolest thing about it is that it basically just makes your DualShock 4 be recognized as like a 360 controller. So your computer sees it as like an Xbox, and it works perfectly. And let's see, moving on. Oh, what I've been playing. So I've been playing a little bit of Final Fantasy 13 and Call of Duty.
Yes, Eric, Call of Duty. Last week you're so excited, Call of Duty comes out, you're preloading it. This is your most exciting time of year, the Call of Duty week. And what's been going on there?
So, got the game. I was playing it on my computer for a couple days. And I was running into a little bit of problems every once in a while.
Okay.
It was like, I'll end the game, it would crash. And it would just stay frozen on one frame, but I could still hear the sounds in the game. What's going on?
And get killed.
No, I wouldn't get killed because it wouldn't play any other sounds. It would just have like the ambient sound, like the background noise, and that was it.
Crickets. You got some crickets going on.
Yeah. So I was getting really frustrated with that, and it kept happening. I'd say it was in between probably 20, 30 minutes into playing every time.
Campaign.
Both campaign and multiplayer.
Now,
it was every time.
Does Steam offer refunds based on glitchy games?
Well, that's what I'm about to find out.
Oh, you contacted them for a refund?
Not yet, but I am going to. Because
now,
I've been
does
trying...
that mean you'll be investing in an Xbox One version of this game?
Well, we'll get to that. So, I was playing the game, and I really like it. I mean, there's a lot of good stuff about it. I like the exo abilities. I like how it's really fast-paced. I like opens in it. The maps are good. It's just feels like a throwback to Call of Duty from 2 or 3 years, 3 years ago, but it's just a lot more fast paced. It feels like Titanfall mixed with classic Call of Duty. So I really like it. But a couple of things I don't like about it is that the score streaks, it seems like it's harder to get kill streaks in it because it's so fast paced. So you die more often, or maybe it's just because I need to get used to the game a little bit. But
I'm an anti-kill streak fan. People shouldn't be on the killing streaks. Everyone should really kill other people at will.
But then also the let's see. Oh, that's about it. It's just the kill streak thing inside multiplayer. Story is good so far. I haven't finished it because there was a lot of problems with it running right. But
how's Kevin Spacey?
Oh, pretty good. Yeah. It feels like you're just watching Kevin Spacey whenever he's in the scene. But it looked really good on my computer. The thing I was most amazed with was the blood, because when you shoot somebody, the blood splatters behind them on the wall, if you shot them at not straight on. If you shot him like this way, like 45-degree angle,
Yeah.
it splatters that way, like over in that direction. So it's really good. Like the physics on there are right, and then the blood looks so realistic, and it's not just like
Is it lickable,
texture.
Aaron? Is it lickable blood?
Yes, it is.
Okay. This is a
But-
vampire's dream.
Yeah, it is. And it's not just like a texture that gets put on the wall. It's like a thick. It's actually like a surface. You can see it coming off the wall, and when it's on the ground, it like is raised up a little bit, so it looks really gooey and nasty.
Now, can you see your shoes in Call of Duty? If you bend
No.
over,
No, I was a little bit disappointed with
you
that.
can't see your shoes.
Can't see your shoes yet.
'Cause in Destiny, you can see your shoes.
And guess what? In Halo, you can see your legs.
Really?
Yeah, so
Wow.
pretty cool. But yeah,
I mean, it's an important feature. I mean,
yeah, it
where
is.
Where do my feet go?
arms.
Floating.
But then you like look down, you don't have any legs. So.
Yeah. There's no dog at this point.
There's no dog that you have, but there is dogs in the game.
Can you shoot these dogs?
Yes, you can shoot the dogs.
You don't get kicked out of the game if you shoot
No,
them either.
you need to kill these dogs. They will kill you.
Oh, really?
And
Oh, wow.
There's this really fun mode that is called
Don't tell me there's a dog
Exo-
killer mode.
what?
Don't tell me there's a dog killer mode.
Well, kind of. So
Okay.
there's like an so it's called sort of like a horde mode.
Like
It's
a wave attack?
co-op. Yeah, and you can keep playing. Like you just keep going as far as you can. I've been playing that with my friends a lot, and it's fun. And there's even like some levels where it's like, like we have enemy dogs incoming, and there's always dogs. And
This is my kind of game, Aaron.
yeah, it's.
I love
fun.
killing virtual dogs. I love real dogs. Virtual dogs are something just sick about
Yeah.
that. That's just weird.
And they're pretty vicious. So like when they jump up at you, you can actually punch them in the face.
Oh, really?
Like yeah,
Can you
because
stab them with a knife? Do you have knives in this game?
Yeah, you can get a knife, but you also have a suit. So if you don't have a knife, like your like what do you say? Like your melee
Jump.
attack is like a punch. So and it's like a powerful punch because you use your suit, so it goes.
Now,
And-
do I dare ask, flamethrowers?
There's no
Is that-
flamethrower, but there's lasers.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
Okay, it's a little bit cleaner than
Yeah.
a flamethrower.
it's
Flamethrower would be a whole nother dynamic of burning of the grass and all that stuff. That'd be
yeah,
interesting.
which you can do in Far Cry.
Okay.
So
Well, you
which
can
is
ride
really
elephants
fun
in
because
Far Cry,
like
so-
Far Cry 3, you can get a flamethrower and you're on like a jungle island, and people will be like hiding in the trees and like the bushes, and you just light the grass on fire, and they freak out and they're like no, and they like light on fire and they burn to death.
Wow. There's elephants as well in Far Cry 4.
Yeah, Far Cry 4 has
You
all.
can ride elephants.
Yep.
Is Far Cry merely a single player game or is there multiplayer?
It's single player, but Far Cry 4 has a co-op mode.
Okay.
But then Far Cry 3 did have like a multiplayer side, kind of like, what do you say? Just like a multiplayer, you run around and kill each other kind of thing. Yeah.
Cool.
But
So you're gonna contact Steam about a refund?
yeah, so I'm gonna try to get my refund from them because I did get it on Xbox.
Oh,
So-
snap!
Because I had to play it and I couldn't
Yeah.
not play it, and so I ended up getting on there. And
Digitally?
Yep, digital.
Wow, digital feature, Mr. Aaron.
Yeah. So now that I went digital, I feel like I just got to keep it going. I'm doing it with all my games
Yes, it's the wave of the future, man.
now. So
It's so
yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
And even if you're out of storage, you can just delete and re-download it, and that's just like giving the finger to.
Yeah,
your
so the one thing I
people.
don't like is that I'm starting to use up more space now on my Xbox, and it only has 500 gigs, and really it's only like 400. So,
I'm at 99.2% right now.
yeah, that's crazy.
But I figure I'll just delete the stuff I'm not playing and re-download it, and it's in my library still, so I can actually have stuff pinned that I own, and it's not on my console, which is kind of interesting.
I mean, I guess you could always get like an external hard drive, but
Yeah.
it might be one of those things because I don't really want to have an external. I don't really like that idea.
I wouldn't prefer not to.
Yeah, so I might like maybe if they have a really good deal in the next year or so over like with a terabyte drive, I might have to upgrade to that.
They're cheap. I mean, you can get a terabyte for under $100.
Yeah, but you can't
50 is
really
what I
install
want.
it.
50
It's
is
hard
what I
to
want.
install it in this.
What do you mean?
Like to install the drive on your own.
Just plug it in.
No, I'm not talking about external. I'm talking about internal.
Oh,
I
that voids your
don't
warranty.
want-
You don't want to mess with that.
Yeah, I know. So maybe once the warranty's up, then it'd be worth it.
Now you can break it once your warranty.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. Once the warranty's up, if you have the money to
Or,
buy a new one, you
Aaron,
want to try it out.
Much of the resale value, you could upgrade to the Call of Duty Xbox with 1 terabyte.
Yeah,
Yeah.
could do that.
So you got digitally. Very
Yeah.
happy. I
Yeah,
got the.
I like it.
I've got everything digital on that console.
Ooh.
PlayStation, I'm still going to buy discs because that's the games are. Well, it's interesting with PlayStation, Aaron, because I'll buy discs when they're on sale because I don't really care as much on that one because I'm not doing as much multiplayer stuff on that, I should say.
Yeah.
But now that I'm getting all this PlayStation money from the PlayStation credit card, I've got another $75 worth of free money in PlayStation. So the next retail game I buy will be a free digital game.
Cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was gonna say that one of the things I really like about switching over to the Xbox version of this game is that there's not cheaters. Like I'm sure there's cheaters, but not as many that are on PC. So we did that one episode where we talked about cheating.
Oh yeah, going
And
over the
about-
map and shooting up.
Oh yeah, people were using those, and like I knew that they were cheating because they wouldn't be even like looking at me, and all of a sudden they turn like directly at me, and I would like walk out from like behind a wall, and then they would just like look right at me, and then just unload like headshots only on me. And it was crazy because I would watch the kill cam, and you would see that like they're looking like the complete opposite way. I'm not showing up on the map, and they just turn over and they shoot me like immediately. And then so I like once like that match was over, I go look at that person's profile, and it was like they've been a Steam member since today. It's like they joined just today, and we were talking about they have to like keep making new profiles because they keep getting banned.
See, Aaron,
And so I would report these people constantly, and I felt like most of the time I'd get finished with the game, I had to report someone for cheating.
Did they get kicked out when you report them?
They would normally like leave the game like real quick, like right when it was over. They would leave the game because they probably knew people were going to report them. And
It's hard to
I'm like,
report
"Why?"
them. It's you can't report them when they leave.
Yeah, well, like unless you like already know what their name was. Once they leave the game, you can't like go over to their name. So I would go into it like at like the final kill cam screen. I would go select their name, pull up their profile, and then go report player.
Good
So
man.
yeah,
So yeah, I've got this at my GameFly queue as the only game available for them to ship to me. So I'm either going to PS4 or an Xbox One version whenever they have a free copy to send me.
cool.
We'll see how long I have to wait.
Yeah,
I cleared out my entire queue though to just the 2 Call of Duty Advanced Warfare games on either console, and I'll be curious to see which one they send me.
yeah.
Anyways,
So the last thing I got here is just some sales news. So we got a few sales that I thought were up this week. All the Lego games on Steam are 75% off. So
Pretty good.
that's very cool. So you can get like Lego Batman, 1, 2, and 3. Lego
wait,
Hobbit.
3's not out yet,
or
is it?
Yeah, 3's out. I think it's out because you can order it.
That was
Yeah,
just
pretty sure
weird.
it's out. But maybe it is preload. I don't know, but it was included. You can either get 3 like the special edition for $40, or you can get 1, 2, and 3 just the normal edition for $40 total. So that was pretty good.
Cool.
And yeah, but then they also have like Lego Hobbit and Lord of the Rings, Marvel Superheroes, the Lego Movie, the video game, the
The Lego movie, that's actually a good one I've heard.
Yeah. Didn't you play that one?
No, because Best Buy never had in stock for the Wii
I
U.
thought you did play that. Which one did you play? You played the Lego game.
Lego City Undercover, the Wii
Oh,
U
that's right.
exclusive one.
Yeah.
They're basically Grand Theft Auto for Wii U.
Yeah.
It's pretty great.
Also, Tropico 5 is 50% off. I have Tropico 4 because I got it in a Humble Bundle, but I heard some people like this game. I don't know what it's all about. But also, Wolfenstein: The New Order, 50% off. Which I was talking to a friend about this yesterday, and I was trying to.
I own
decide-
this game, Aaron. I still haven't booted it up.
Oh, it's so good.
I got it when I got my Xbox in July. I still haven't played it.
Because we were talking about like this game's really good, but we were like, is it worth $30? Because it doesn't have a whole lot of replayability. It's a really good story. It's a really good game, But once you play it, it's like that's it. So I think wait until it's $20 because right now it's at $29.99. I don't think it's worth that.
I my value judgment is I'm gonna buy a $20 Avengers on iTunes. I'll watch that movie 6 to 10 times through my maybe more. I don't know. 10 times 2 is 20. The game's 20 hours long. You know, I don't know. Is it an hourly thing? Because like a 10-hour campaign at $30 is not terrible, right? I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I
It's
don't
hard to
know.
judge. Like, do you compare it to movies? What is the value judgment? You know,
Like I
yeah.
don't really look at the time. I think of like the content. So if I were to play a game, $20, and I feel good about like even if it was short, as long as it was a good experience and it was worth it.
Almost prefer shorter games in some instances because I don't have time to play a lot of games, and that's why I don't finish a lot of games. And it's kind of sad because I have all these amazing games in my backlog, and I just don't have time for them.
Yeah. But yeah, you could pick that one up if you don't mind paying the $30 for a one-time playthrough, unless you want to play through multiple times. I mean, they tried to put some things in there where you can go back like and play on like harder difficulties and stuff. But
Yeah, starting easy like I do.
yeah, but then there's this other game called. We talked about that game To the Moon, which I'm hoping I can do a show about just that game, like a review of that
That'd be
sometime
cool.
soon. But A Bird Story is made by the same person that made that game. So do you remember that game To the Moon? It was like story about it was like old like Super Nintendo graphics, and this guy like he's about to die. He's like real sick or real sick. But anyway, there's this thing where you can relive your whole life over again, and then as soon as you get to the point where you are now in present time, then you die. So like you
Yeah,
can relive
vaguely.
your
Yeah.
whole life and then like make like the other choices and live thing or like do things differently, but then you
Sounds like
die.
Looper, kind of.
Yeah, yeah.
A little bit of Looper effect.
So A Bird Story, they say it's a 1 hour experience, and it's like an animated kind of game. Like it's like an interactive video, but it looks kind of 16-bit like Super Nintendo also.
Hmm.
So it's like you kind of control where the video's going. It looks pretty interesting. Anyway, that's 15% off. Um, and the final one is VVVVVV. Have you played this yet?
No.
It's it's challenging. It's on 3DS, so you should get it.
Is
But
it,
on
is it good?
Steam, it's only 249 right now. It's 50% off. So yeah, I think it's only like $5 on 3DS. It's a pretty good price. If you want a challenging game that's like it's so frustrating, but like you just keep doing it, you keep playing it. That's the game to go to.
Kind of like Cloudberry Kingdom.
Yeah, kind of like that. It's like you're on this space station, and for some reason you built your space station with spikes everywhere, and and like there isn't any type of gravity. So well, like there is gravity, but you have to navigate your space station by flipping gravity. So like you know like spikes down here, so you have to flip the gravity to where you're up on the ceiling and go
Right,
across
and
that.
kind of like in
Yeah,
Jetpack Joyride, there's a
yeah,
gravity
yeah.
suit where you're tapping and going up and down, up and
Yep,
down.
it's exactly like that. That's what the game is all based on. But it's very fast movement. Like you just, yeah, it's kind of like Jetpack Joyride. It's just there's spikes everywhere.
Okay. You control, is it auto
No,
running?
it's not really.
So
It's more of like a Metroid style map to where
yeah,
it's both
okay.
like it's just all over the place, but you have to navigate your way around by using the gravity. So
That's interesting.
to try it out, it's
Cool.
pretty challenging. I haven't got very far in the game because it's hard.
Rogue Legacy is another hard one, and I want to give it a
Yeah.
shot at some point.
But that's all I got this week. It was a pretty
Sweet.
content packed show. A lot more than some other ones.
Yeah, for sure. Hopefully by next week I'll have Advanced Warfare, but you know I get that in the mail. It's like Halo. Come on, I'm just
Halo's coming out, and it was like Advanced Warfare was. I think it's going to be the game that I played a lot in the first week. Every once in a while, like whenever I get a little bit tired of Halo, like I need to switch it up a little bit. I'll go back to Call of Duty.
See, I think Smash Brothers is, or no, Mario Kart 8 is the better alternative with the DLC this week, Karen.
Yeah.
But anyways, we'll talk about all things Nintendo next hour, including some awesome news.
Yeah.
I'm excited,
Awesome
and we'll talk about the next hour. Hey, Aaron, where can folks find you on the internet?
You can find me at AL Rivera 423 all over the place. And I'm not all into the Instagram thing. I told you I was going to start using Flickr. I did start using it, and you can go check out some photos of my stuff. Like I'm working on this woodcut print, and I put some photos on there. So check it out.
Pretty awesome. AL Rivera 423.
Yep.
And if you want to try to beat Aaron in Advanced Warfare on Xbox or on Halo, friend him there on the Xbox.
Yeah, friend me like every night, so you can find me. It was pretty late, so like around midnight Central Time.
Cool.
I'll be on. Challenge me.
All right.
1v1 me, bruh.
Well, hopefully campaign it up, Aaron. How long... okay, realistically, how long was the Halo 1 campaign with me and you playing it? How long would that take?
Oh, Halo 1, not very long at all. It's
Like-
probably 8 hours.
Okay. That's on the brink. Like, we start at midnight. I leave for work at 8 a.m.
We could probably do it. Yeah.
I kind of want to give that a shot.
If we go through on like the easier mode, we can definitely do
Yeah,
it.
it'd have to be easy, but I want to... Yeah, that'd be fun to plow through before work that day.
Yeah.
We'll have to attempt that.
All right.
Now, in Halo 1, is it just 2 people or can you do more?
I don't know if they added it. We're gonna have to look into that because I know that they had co-op in like 3 and 4 and stuff, but I wonder if they added it in the remake.
In Halo 1?
Yeah,
Huh.
because they did have like
In the Halo 1 remake, they had it, though, right?
well, I don't know because they had it in like the original, but you had to be on the same console. It wasn't on Xbox Live.
Yeah.
And then I wonder if they added online on.
I would hope so.
the new-
We'll find that out, I guess, soon.
Yeah.
I'm at TCHATEN. Be back next week for level 16 of Club Steam. Thanks for watching and listening. Bye-bye.
See ya.